Guess what, guys? I was not designed to break. I listened to a sermon today and he said, your creator designed you with the wind in mind. I can't tell you how many times I have tried to come back and record. And I feel like there is something trying to keep me from getting these episodes out. And so I figured, you know what, we're going to do it today. I heard a great word today. And I want to share that because I feel like it really ties into where I'm at in my real estate business. So welcome back to Real Estate in Color. We're thinking small is just too colorful. First, let me say thank you. Thank you to everyone who poured back into me after seeing episode 1. I was not at all thinking I was going to get the feedback that I got, but you guys made me feel so strong in a time where I was feeling extremely vulnerable and just beat up, and man, you guys poured so much into me, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you for your feedback, the phone calls. Some of you called me and shared your personal stories that let me know I was not alone, that let me know that there's other people that are out there experiencing some of the same things that I have experienced in my real estate business since getting started just a little over a year ago, almost 2 years now. That was like giving birth. You know, releasing episode 1, I was pregnant with all of that drama and tension and frustration and aggravation. And I had to labor to get it out. And once it was born and released, I was overwhelmed with everything that you guys had to say about the episode. I was praying and hoping that you all would receive it well, and you did. So thank you again. And I am rested. I'm recovered from that intense labor and birth. And here we are. I get to sit in this beautiful home out in Destin, and I decided I'm going to record here in front of the fireplace because it's freezing cold in Florida today. So welcome back to Real Estate in Color. This is episode 2. My name is Destiny Powell. You all know me as Destiny Jones, but legally in the real estate world, I have to be Destiny Powell, so that's who I am. And I'm just so glad that you guys came back because that means you wanted to hear more. I've got more for you today. I wanted to talk about sacrifice. Again, I was not built to break. I was created with the wind in mind. That means no matter how hard those winds come at me, no matter what the storms are, how big and magnificent those storms may be in my world, I won't break. You won't break. That was refreshing to hear this morning. Sacrifice. You guys have no idea the sacrifices that I have made just to be able to sit in a beautiful multi-million-dollar home in the beautiful heart of Destin, Florida. Man, the sacrifices that I've made, and I'm so grateful for those sacrifices. So no, I'm not complaining when I tell you all this story and when I talk about it and become extremely vulnerable and transparent. No pity parties, no sob stories. I don't need you guys feeling sorry for me. I just wanted to share with you where I have been, what has gone on, and what's brought me here, and how excited I am for the change that I know is coming, and how, hey, I'm in the trenches with you. So, you guys see all the time the posts that I share on Facebook, the reels. Some of them are funny, some of them are just encouraging, but you guys see the just listed, just sold, under contract, price improvements, the beautiful open houses that I get to sit in. You see all the fun stuff. You see the new outfits, the shoes, the makeup, the nails, the glam. Y'all, I think I'm doing big stuff. But what you don't realize is there's so much drama. There's so much wind going on behind the scenes of all those posts. I think y'all think I am balling out of control. I am not. So I just wanted to share some of those things that I have dealt with this year so that we can end 2024 strong together, knowing we are going into 2025 so strong, so ready to take over and dominate and do better for ourselves. So, sacrifice. One of the biggest decisions that I have had to make this year at home, in my business, with my kiddos: chicken, beef, or shrimp. And I know you guys think, oh, you're eating good. You get to go out to restaurants and eat nice and choose your protein. Do not think I'm out at restaurants trying to say I want the beef medium rare. Nope. That's ramen, guys. Cutbacks have had to be made this year. Beef, chicken, or shrimp. My daughter gets bougie and wants the fancy ramen. No. Beef, chicken, or shrimp. That's what we're having for dinner. That's what we're having for lunch. PB&J, grilled cheese. I used to love to eat out. That was my thing because I hate cooking. I am not a cook. I hate cooking. I know a couple little things I can throw together, but I don't like cooking. So eating out DoorDash was my best friend. Had to give it up. Beef, chicken, or shrimp ramen, which one do you want? Because that's what we're having for dinner tonight. I've had to downgrade my cell phone plan and switch carriers just because I needed something more affordable. Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Paramount Plus. If y'all want to sponsor me in this, I'll take it. But I've had to cut back and say, all right, kiddos, which ones aren't we watching as much? What can we do without for a little bit? Because we got to make some cutbacks. Boom, 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 boom. I've had the power company knock on my door like the police and scare the living daylights out of my kids. Not fun, not a memory I ever wanted them to have. Made me feel like a failure as a mom, saying, hey, we're here to cut off your power. Okay. Same with the gas bill. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to cut it off unless you can make a quick phone call. I've had my cell phone cut off several times this year and had to make a phone call real quick to see if I could get some help to get it turned back on just so I could communicate with everybody else that's out there trying to use me as their realtor, because that's what you guys are going to do. Oh, it's been tough, guys. The sacrifices that I have had to make, the trials and the tribulations and the storms that I have gone through. You guys see the fun stuff, but what you don't realize is when that commission check comes from a house that I have helped somebody sell or a house that I have helped somebody buy, it hits so many other different people's hands before it hits mine. I have to pay into my brokerage. I have to pay royalties. I have to pay into my team. And so by the time I get that check doesn't even cover the bills that I have for that month. That check is covering almost 2 months of back pay and bills. I have memorized debt collectors that are calling me and don't answer the phone because I don't have it. Every time I hear you are on a recorded line, boop, I don't have it, guys. Oh man, it's been tough. It's been tough. I have cried elephant tears, snot all over the place, been gross this year, been in funks of all different kinds, gone through depression, because it's been rough. And I know y'all are asking me, well, why are you doing it, Destiny? What's the point? Because I know it's going to pay off. I know it's going to pay off. I know the market will shift. Funny story, when I first started back in 2023, bright-eyed and ready to sell homes, I didn't even know what a market was. So when people are like, oh, you're getting into a bad market, what does that even mean? When I got my license, when I decided to become a realtor, it was not on my radar to do. You know, I did military childcare for almost 8 years. Money was good, guys. I ate good. Me and the kids went out to eat once a week at least, if not twice. Dressed good to the T. Nails done, toes done, eyebrows done, hair done all the time. I thought it was hot stuff. You couldn't tell me nothing. We traveled. Money was never an issue. Bills were paid ahead of time. Credit was immaculate. If I could go back, I wouldn't. Why? Because this has made me strong. I've resisted those winds. I've resisted those storms. I've built up those calluses. My muscle endurance is there because this is a tough market. Houses aren't selling as fast. Buyers aren't so eager to buy right now. But I know in 2025, things are going to get better. So I've stuck it out because that would have made everything else in vain had I quit. I've heard so many realtors say, I'm done. I'm going to go part-time. I'm going to go back to the last job I had. Please do. That means more for me. But no, seriously, people have been dropping like flies out of this industry because it's tough. They couldn't handle the wind. I was designed not to break. I was designed to withhold and withstand the winds and the storms. Bet you didn't know I had a car repossessed this year. Oh man, back in 2019, my dream car, everybody has a dream car. Mine was an all white Land Rover, the boxy one, 2012 Land Rover with peanut butter interior. Oh, it was beautiful. And I've always wanted one. I finally found one at a dealership. It was in my price range, called the bank, got the check, went to the dealership, and they told me, Destiny, this is an expensive vehicle to maintain. Are you sure? Give me this vehicle. I've been dreaming about it. I can afford it. I got the credit. I've got the money. Give me the keys. I'm ready. Oh, I remember driving off the lot with that car and driving. And again, I thought I was hot stuff. You couldn't tell me nothing. 2019, pre-COVID, right before COVID. Do you guys know I drove that car for 1 month? 1 month, I got to experience the fabulousness of having this Land Rover that I had always dreamed of having. Want to know what happened? It caught fire. I was in the drive-thru at Arby's and my vehicle caught fire. The people in Arby's told me before I even knew that my vehicle was on fire. They ran out with a fire extinguisher. I'm trying to hurry up and get the kids out of the car, freaking out because I'm thinking it's going to explode like you see on TV. I bought a lemon, guys, because I thought I was hot stuff. I bought a lemon. It had already had pre-existing coolant tank issues, and so I blew a gasket, not knowing that there was coolant tank issues. So guess what happened with that dream car, that Land Rover? It sat in my garage from 2019 to 2023. Couldn't use it. It was too expensive to repair, and I had to keep making payments on that Land Rover, my dream car that I could not drive. Had to buy a minivan, guys. Never thought I'd buy a minivan, but bought a minivan cash because I had it, because times were good. Oh, but I was so humbled in that moment. And so then I got my license, and I was determined to keep my credit right and do good, but times were hard. Deals weren't coming like I thought they would. And so then what happened is another boom, 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 boom. We're here to take your Land Rover. Because your girl had to stop making the payments on that Land Rover. You know why? I had to decide what bill was more important. This car that I can't drive or keeping the lights on. This car that I couldn't drive or feeding my babies. So they took the Land Rover. Humbling experience. Because I just knew at one point I'd make a big giant check and get it fixed and I'd drive it again. Nope. I've had a car repossessed. My credit has gone down this year. So I've had my power cut off, cell phone cut off, gas cut off, a car repossessed. I could go on and on, but I'm just telling you there's so much sacrifice that goes into being a realtor. And I believe that there are so many others that have gone before me that have the same story. And I'm so glad that I have gotten to hear some of those stories from people who are much more seasoned than I am. Saying, yeah, we had to eat PB&J. We've had the lights cut off. We've had to get creative in how we feed our kids. I'm saying this to say your girl was not meant to break. I was made to withhold the wind. Man, I feel so much more empowered today. I could have gone in a fetal position and say I give up. But no, I gave myself 2 days. Every time I go through a funk, you get 2 days to cry. You get 2 days to sit at home and be in your funk and be gross. And then you shake it off. You dust your shoulders off. You do your hair, put your makeup on, and you get back to work. Only 2 days. That's all I give myself. I can't wait for the market to shift. I can't wait for the change. 2025 has already started benefiting me. I just got something under contract, just did a price reduction on a listing I already have. What a blessing to say I have a listing right now in the price point that I wanted it to be in. That's another thing I learned in 2024. This year, I learned be more intentional. when you go into the new year, be more intentional in the price points that you take and the open houses that you do. If you want a nicer check, guess what? You need to do higher price points. I know how to close a home. I know how to put fires out. I've put lots of them out this year. So the sacrifice that I have made in 2024 is worth it. Some people can't take it. I was not made to break. I was made to withstand the wind. So bring it. Because if I can get a car repossessed, if I can have to explain to my 9-year-old what it means to have the electricity turned off, if I can make the hardest decision, chicken, beef, or shrimp for dinner, guess what? I can handle a tough market because I even know what a market is now. Oh, these are the colorful parts of real estate, guys. These are the parts that you don't see. And I know that some of you guys have stories just like mine. I want to hear them. I want you to share your stories with me. Speaking of colorful parts of real estate, you see this beautiful home? Let's see if the camera will follow. Sometimes it does. This home is beautiful. 1.6 billion in the heart of Destin. I'm sitting in it. Destiny, who would ever thought? So I was doing this same open house earlier this week on Thursday, and a couple walks in. Naturally, I have such a bubbly personality, and I go up and I go to shake the husband's hand. Hi, I'm Destiny Powell. I'm so glad you guys were able to make it in today. He puts his hands in his pocket. Okay. So I go to his wife. Hi, I'm Destiny Powell. I'm so glad you guys made it today. What brings you guys in? This is what she does with her hands. Just like this. I don't shake hands. Okay. So I knew what that meant. I knew what was going on. I've experienced it several times. So, put my smile on. And I said, I'm going to go get you guys an information sheet. Go ahead and take a tour. If you have any questions, I'll be here. Gave the husband the sheet. The wife looked at the husband. He looked at her. And then they told me, within 2 seconds, this isn't the house for us. Okay. What they had let me know is that they saw the house online. They saw that there was an open house. And so they drove. From where they drove from to this house, I know that they probably paid a toll to get to this house. So it was worth them driving from where they came from to come see this house. But they did not want to see this house with me in it. They didn't even want to touch me. I even offered them a business card. No, thank you. They couldn't get out this house fast enough. I'm saying this to say, your girl was not made to break. Your girl was made to withstand the wind. And all of the colorful parts of this business, there's not a lot like me here in this area, in these homes, in this neighborhood. But you know what? There's gonna be, because I am too colorful, and that's okay. I want you guys to know it's okay to go through the storms. It's okay to go through the trials and the tribulations and the tornadoes and the repossessions and the bad credit. It's okay to go through that as long as you come out. And that's my mission, to come out. 2025 will be great because now I have the formula. Now I know what to do. Now I know how to manage. I'm excited for what 2025 has to hold for not just me, but for all of you. Conversations have been had based on the last episode of being too colorful. Meetings have been held based on the last episode of being too colorful. Changes have already been put in place based on the last episode of being too colorful. Guys, this works. You were not made to break. You were made to withstand the wind. This market is so tough. but it will get better. Don't make it in vain. Don't make all your hard work in vain. Don't make stepping in poop piles in vain. Don't make stepping in fire ants in vain. Don't make putting out your open house signs in the rain and your hair is all jacked up because it's so humid in Florida, and then you have to still host an open house looking a hot mess in vain. Don't make picking sand spurs out of your clothes and then they get stuck in your finger and then you pull it out and you're bleeding and you've got blood on your open house sign and in vain. Don't make it in vain. Stick it out. You were not made to break. You were made to withhold the wind and withstand the wind. I'm not going anywhere. 2025, better watch out. I am so excited for what is to come. I'm excited to hear your stories. I am excited to continue to be transparent and share my journey with you. It is not all fun and games. It is ramen noodles. It is peanut butter and jelly. It is only Netflix now. It is downgrading cell phone bills. It is having to try to figure out, how do I repair my credit and do better? How do I make enough to put a little bit aside in savings? That's what 2025 is about. And I want to hear from you. What are you going to do differently in 2025? Did you withstand the wind in 2024? Did you break? You can bend. It's okay to bend a little bit, but did you break? Please continue to share your stories. Please comment in the podcast on YouTube and on Spotify. Comment there. Help me with my engagement. Share the podcast if you like it. If you love the message, share it with others. Continue to share all of your stories with me. Even if they're not relevant to the episode, share your stories. I am looking forward to having a special someone on here soon. She is just a big ball of sunshine, and she's going to share her story with us, and I can't wait for what 2025 has to say and do for us in this real estate business. I am still learning. I am still expanding and growing in this business so that I can be great for all of you. Feel free to call me and text me with any questions that you have, but also remember, stay colorful. It's okay to be too colorful. And that doesn't just mean the color of your skin. That means all walks of life. Whatever makes you colorful, stay colorful. Smile, show up, be present, and do what you do best. Be you. So welcome back. And I cannot wait to see you again on the next episode of Real Estate in Color. We're thinking small is just too colorful. Merry Christmas and have a happy new year. I'll see y'all next year. Bye-bye.